So what I'm going to do tonight, these are my Thrustmaster T3PA. I've had these, I don't know, a couple of years. I thought I had done this right. This is what's called the rubber cone mod to make the brake pedal feel more like a load cell. But what I ended up doing, I mean, you can see how far this goes down. What I ended up doing was really cutting the distance in half. And then I have just a little bit of push after that. So what it's doing is it's registering that I'm pressing the brakes, almost full brakes, in half the distance thrown. So I can't really finesse the brakes. And I didn't really realize that until the LMP3 came out on iRacing, and then I was doing data logging, and the brake data was just skyrocketing. It's like I couldn't finesse it. Even, I tried the Trophy AI, where you have the graph up during practices, and I just couldn't do it. So what this is actually this is supposed to be all the way up against this, so that when you press, you're really only pressing this, and it's supposed to give a bunch of resistance, and you're supposed to be able to finesse it instead of just slam, and then finesse, slam, and then. So it's supposed to be the harder you press, okay, and then you have to press harder and harder and harder to make it go. So that is the problem is, let's turn this, see if we can get this. This nut is in a position that I can't get a wrench in there. Oh, there's too much of a glare. Let's see if we can. That still can't. I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's in a position I can't get a wrench or anything. So I'm going to try screwing this out with a pair of pliers. All right, so what I was able to do is get the channel locks in like this and unlock the screw. So now I'm going to go ahead and set it to the appropriate depth. Screw this out. Screw that. It's supposed to be something like that. But that doesn't really give me much to use the lock screw. That's pretty tight. Okay. So it's gonna be close. I don't think this. All right. Another update here. So what I did is I removed the whole thing. It takes a 2mm. I don't think you can see it. It's crappy lighting. There's a hex that goes in there. Screws it into the bottom. Anyways, so I just put the whole thing on and put the lock nut on this side so that I can get it to a wrench. Reinstalled it. Screwed it back out, and use the wrench to lock mount it there. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and install it back in the sim and do some testing.
Bet you turn one's probably like the Formula V. They don't want you. You don't hit the brakes at all. Sound like I locked up my fronts again. It's only 2 laps before I gotta change my brake bias. Ooh, this could be a true 118. Ooh, booyah!
So I just want to say in conclusion, I'm liking the cone mod, the rubber cone mod. I basically have to relearn the brake, and that's going to be another learning curve. So, but to go from there, but to be able to set a personal best in the LMP3 on iRacing, I think that's a good sign. So we'll just go from there. On to the next adventure.